Let's change our SQLite database and replace with SQL Server. So let's go to app setting development JSON, and here let's add connection string, and let's add here default connection string name, and let's pass here connection string server local db mssql local db database. Let's say set app db and trusted connection equal to true, and let's go to program.cs. Just remove this one. Let's open terminal and let's click here NuGet, and let's search for SQL Server Microsoft Entity Framework.SQL Server. Let's select version 9. So let's go to api.csproj. Our application is running in .NET 9. So let's close it and install it. Now let's go to API csproj and remove SQLite. Remove this one and go to terminal, go to API, and let's run command .NET restore. Okay, and let's pass options, goes to options use SQL Server, and let's pass here connection is builder.configuration.get connection string. So let's pass here connection string. So here we have connection string name default connection. So let's copy it and paste here. So let's save it. Let's open Explorer, and here just remove migration. Enter. Now migration gone. Let's scroll to bottom. Okay, here let's migrate pending migrations. So using var scope app.services.create scope var db context and scope dot service provider dot get required service. Let's pass here app db context, our db context name app db context, and let's run db context dot database dot migrate. Okay, first of all let's add migration .NET EF migrations, add change db to SQL Server, press enter. Okay, let's run our application. .NET run. We have here exception, unhandled exception, system argument you not supported, trusted connection. So let's go to app setting development JSON, and let's fix our typo. Let's make it underscore. So save it and let's run again. .NET run. Beautiful, our migration is applied and running successfully. So let's open our database. If you don't have installed SQL Server, you can install from here extension and SQL Server. So if you don't have installed, please install this one. I have already installed. So let's close it and open SQL Server and click add connection. Let's close this one. Profile name that app db and server name local db slash mssql local db, and let's save this trust server certificate and select window authentication. Let's go to app setting development JSON. Here we can see our db name set app db. Let's paste here and let's connect. Okay, our DB is connected. Let's see our table. Okay, we have here our database table, ASP.NET role claim roles, user claims, and our here messages. Okay, so let's run our application. Let's click this plus icon and let's navigate to client project, npm start. Okay, our application is running, so let's go to browser and run our application. So let's log out first. We don't have user right now. Let's try to log in. You can see message user not found. Let's register user and register. So let's log in our application. Login. Now don't have any other users, so we don't see list of user here. Okay, let's go to browser and go to portal.azure.com. So I have already logged in Azure portal. So if you don't have account, you can create free account using student. Here I am going to use Azure student subscription, so you can use any free or paid subscription. So first of all, let's create resource group and create. So you can select if you have multiple subscription. Here I have student subscription, so let's give name that course. Let's select region. You can select your nearest location. So I just select here Central India. So let's create and create. Okay, our resource group is created. So let's go to home and let's create SQL server. Okay, create SQL server. Let's select our resource group, that course, and enter name of our server. Let's say that course, and let's select nearest location. You can choose your nearest location. Okay, let's select use SQL authentication and set your admin login. That admin, and let's give password and confirm password. You can copy this password. We use this admin password in later. So let's go to networking and let's select S and next click next security and next additional setting and next let's give name that course SQL server and that course SQL server. Next click next and click create. Okay, now our SQL server is created and deploy in progress. So our SQL server is deployed in progress. So let's go to home. Okay, our SQL server is ready. So let's go to home and let's create database. Create SQL database and let's apply offer. You can choose your subscription. I have only one subscription Azure for student and choose your resource group, that course, enter DB name, that DB and it automatically selected that course. Okay, let's click next and click next security and press next and click next tag section. Let's add here that db that db. Click next. So we have SQL database, free database, and this great deployment is in progress. Okay, our deployment is completed. Let's go to resource. Later we will use this database connection string. You can see here connection string or audio.net. So let's click this query editor. We can edit from here. You can log in your SQL server. Let's enter your password. So it's a cannot open server chat course requested by the login client IP address this. So let's copy this address. Let's go to home page. Let's click OK and let's click this chat course SQL server and let's open security and networking. Let's add here IP4 address. So let's click this one. Automatically append here address. Let's save it and let's go to home page and chat course DB. Let's click query editor and let's log in now. Okay, we are logging as admin. So here we can see our table, but we don't have table yet. Our DB is ready. So let's go to home page. Now let's create web app for web API. Let's search for web app and let's click this one. Okay, now let's select our resource group chat course and let's give app name chat API. Let's uncheck this one. Okay, this name is not available. Let's rename this one chat app API. So it's available. So let's select for code and let's choose runtime stack .NET 9. Let's select operating system window and let's add your nearest location and by default it's selected. So let's select free and next database. Let's press next deployment and let's disable this and let's press next and press next. For now let's disable and let's create next and let's give name set app API and let's press next. Okay, press create and our API web app is deployment in progress. Okay, deployment is completed. Let's go to home page and let's create web app for client. Let's search for web app and press this one and let's select group chat course and our website name chat app UI. Let's disable this so it is available code by default and runtime stack node. Let's select this node 20 LTS and select window and let's select nearest location. Let's select this one and click next and next. Let's leave as it is. Next and click next. Okay, for now let's disable this one and press and click next. Okay, let's give name set app UI, set app UI, and let's click next, review and create. So let's review our application. So SKU is free, so let's click create. Now our client web app is deployment in progress, so deployment is completed. Let's go to resource, and this is our default domain. Let's copy this domain and go to home. Let's go to chat app API, and let's scroll and go to API. Inside API we can see course, so let's select this one and let's paste it. Let's add https :// and let's check this enable access control, allow credential. Let's save it. Okay, our API course is updated. Let's go to home page and let's go to UI. Let's click default domain. So this is our default page. We can see before we publish our own chat app. So let's go to home page and API. So this is our custom domain. We can click here and navigate to website. We can see our default page provided by Azure. Now let's set up our CI/CD. So let's go to dev.azure.com and get started with Azure. Try Azure free. So let's send code. Enter your code here. So I have already created one organization. So inside this organization I don't have any project. So let's create new project, set API, and let's select private and create project. Let's click this repos and let's copy these things and go to our project. Let's open API project in File Explorer. Let's delete this Git folder and let's go to API. Inside API, let's open terminal, git init. Let's go to code and inside API project, let's open git ignore. Let's ignore this chat.db api.http. Okay, let's open terminal. So carefully let's navigate to API project. So let's print our current working directory by typing pwd. We can see we are currently inside API project. Let's go to Azure DevOps portal. So here let's copy this one and paste here. Let's add all and commit m initial commit and let's push enter. Okay, let's go to total. Let's click repo. Now we can see our code is inside chat API. Let's configure our pipeline. So let's click pipeline and create pipeline. Let's select Azure repos git and let's select this chat API project, and here let's click show more and let's click asp.net. So it sended XML file for us, and let's edit our pipeline. Instead of SLN, let's say CS pros and let's scroll bottom. Let's remove this test. We don't have test project right now. Let's add here publish artifact task, publish artifact input. Let's give here path to publish. Let's add here path dollar. Let's add here build dot artifact staging directory, and finally let's give name artifact name. Let's give backend, and let's save and run. So let's click this job. Now we can see here, so our job is initialized. Okay, we can see here log, and here we can see publishing build artifact failed, publishing not found. So, and we can see here path not found exception, build is failed. Let's click this one and see what happened. So here we can see not found path to publish. So we have typo here RTFCAT. So let's go back and let's click pipeline. Let's click this one and edit RTFCAT here and validate and save. Okay, let's save. Let's go back. Now another build is running. Let's click this one and let's click this job. We can see here log. Okay, PS build is success and publish build artifact is success. Okay, let's go back, and now it is success. Next, okay, let's create release. Let's click this release and new pipeline. It's loading. Let's select Azure App Service Deployment, apply. Let's give name production. You can configure multiple stage deployment. So let's close this one and let's click add artifact. Let's select our build pipeline, this chat API, and let's click add for continuous deployment. You can configure from here. Let's click this one, and by default it disable. Let's enable it. When we push in master branch, it automatically trigger continuous deployment when new artifact is available. So let's close it and let's click this job. So let's create manage. Let's click create service connection. Let's select Azure Resource Manager, click next, and our subscription loading. So let's authenticate it. Let's enter your email. Okay, let's send code. Enter your code. Sign in success. Let's select resource group, chat course, and service connection name, chat course service. Okay, let's set this grant access permission to all pipeline and save. Okay, service connection is created and ready to use. Let's go back and let's refresh here. Let's click this one. Now we can see here chat core service. Let's click this one and let's select for our app type web app on window. Let's select chat API. So let's save it and okay, and let's click this deploy Azure app service and let's go to here. Let's scroll down and let's select package folder from here. Let's click browse and we have one artifact. Let's select this backend and okay, let's save it and okay, and next let's create release. Let's select from drop down production. So let's select production and we have only one artifact. Great. Now we can see one release one has been created. Let's click this and we can see here production not deploy. So let's first time let's deploy manually and click deploy. Production is queued. Let's click this log. We can see here log what is happening. So here we can see initializing job and downloading artifact. Let's go back. So now it is succeed. So let's see log. So finalize job is succeed. So let's go to Azure portal and let's click this default domain. You can see you don't have permission to view directory, so we have missing something. So let's enter here .scm. So let's click this drop down debug console and command. Let's go to site and double root. You can see here api.zip. So let's go back Azure Dev portal and here, and let's edit release, edit task. So let's click deploy Azure app service and let's select backend. Inside backend we have api.zip. Let's select this api.zip and OK. Let's save it. Save. Let's go back and redeploy it. Redeploy. Now it is in queue, in progress. So what is happening here? We have selected wrong folder, so it unable. So this API zip is inside our double root, but it is not extracted. So this gives us permission error. Now let's go back our dev.azure.com. Now we can see our deployment is success. So let's go to portal and let's click here. Now we can see HTTP error 500.30. So let's go to SCM and refresh it. Let's click site and double root. Now we can see here our API project is extracted properly. Let's go back and let's see our console what is happening. So let's go back. Let's click this log file and let's open this event log.xml, cat event log.xml. So we can see here error. So let's scroll up. The process was terminated due to unhandled exception. So we can see here the connection property has not been initialized. We have error here. The process was terminated due to an exception. The process was terminated due to unhandled exception. So we can see here the connection property has not been initialized. So for this we need to initialize. We need to set connection string in environment. Let's go to chat API and inside setting let's click environment variable. So add new variable. So the name of connection string. So let's go to project and apps development setting. Let's close for now. We can see here default connection. So let's copy this one and let's paste in name. For value let's click this in new tab, control click. Let's click chat TV and let's click show database connection string. Now let's copy this ADO.NET SQL authentication. Let's copy it and paste here. Let's replace password. Let's select type SQL server. So let's click apply and we have here connection string default connection. Okay, let's click apply, save changes. Let's confirm it and let's click overview. Let's restart our app and our app successfully restarted. Let's click default domain. So we can see now 404 page not found. So let's go to code and change our home page. Let's go to program.cs and here let's say app.mapget and let's add empty string and let's return here just hello world and save it. Let's add and commit home page changed. Let's push origin master. Our recent push is redirected. First of all, let's pull our origin master. Git pull origin master. Now let's push in origin master. When we push in master, it automatically trigger build. So let's go to dev.azure and let's go to pipeline. Here we can see our chat API is queued. So let's click this one. So it automatically triggering. Okay, our project is built and publish artifact. So let's wait for finalizing job. Okay, now our project is built successfully. Let's go back and let's click release. Here we can see release 2 is queued for production. So let's click this one. Release 2 is in deployment process. So we can see here log. It trying to update app service application setting. Okay, now it's succeed. Let's go back. We can see production success. Let's go to website and refresh it. You don't have permission to view this page directory or page, so let's go back dev.azure. So let's click in release and let's click this release 2. Let's click this view stage task and let's click this deploy Azure app service. We still see underscore check. Let's click pipelines and releases. First of all, let's delete this one and create new. Okay, let's create new pipeline. Azure service deployment, apply. Let's add production, close it, and let's add artifact, chat API, add. Let's enable continuous deployment, trigger enabled, close it, and let's click this job. Let's select subscription, chat core service, and app service name, chat API, and let's click run on agent. Select this one and api.zip. Let's deploy Azure app service and select package folder and let's click api.zip and click OK. Now we can see underscore chat API / backend / api.zip. So let's save. OK. And let's create release. Let's click production and create. Let's click this release 1 and manually deploy it. Okay, our production deployment is succeed. Let's go to website and refresh. Now we can see hello world. So let's check out CI/CD is working properly. So let's go to VS Code and let's change our program.cs and append here, save it. and let's add dot git commit home page updated. Let's push in origin master. Now let's go to dev.azure and let's click pipeline. We can see here our build process in queue. Okay, let's open this one. Our commit message is displayed here. Home page updated. Let's click this job and you can see here log. So it take time. Okay, NuGet command is executing. Okay, NuGet command is executing successfully. Okay, we can see here 96 package installed and NuGet command finished. Yes, build is finished now, and so all are done. Let's go back. Now let's go to releases and we can see here production deployment is in progress. Deployment is in process. We can see here console log, git service connection detail. Okay, now deployment is success. Let's go to our website and refresh it. Beautiful, we have hello world updated. So our CI/CD is working properly. Now for testing our API, let's install SignalR for API documentation. Let's install scalr.net add package scalr.ASP.NET Core. Press enter. So our package is installed. Let's configure in program.cs app.map scalar API reference. Let's comment this code and save it. Let's push git add.git commit open API for production git push origin master. Build is success. Now our build is succeed. Let's go to releases. You can see release 4 is also succeed. So let's go to website and refresh again. Now we can see our endpoint. So let's test our login endpoint and test request and send. Now we can see user not found, which means our database is working properly and we have successfully implemented CI/CD in our API project. Now let's enable application insight. Let's go to Chat App API. Inside Chat App API, let's scroll down and under monitoring, let's click application insight and turn on application insight. Let's click .NET. Let's enable this on and let's for testing purpose let's enable this on and apply. Click yes. So our application insight is deployed successfully. Let's install application insight package inside API project .NET add package application Microsoft.application inside.ASP.NET Core. Press enter. Okay, our package is installed. Let's open api.cs pros. So now we can see Microsoft application inside ASP.NET Core application inside telemetry. Let's save it. Let's push our latest in our GitHub git add git commit m application inside edit. Let's push in our master branch. Let's go to dev.azure and let's click chat API and let's click in pipeline. Now we can see here our pipeline is running. Let's click it. Let's click application inside edit. Okay, let's click in job. Okay, NuGet command is executed successfully. Our pipeline build is success. So let's go to release and we can see here release 6 is deployed successfully. Go to chat API. Let's go to monitoring. Inside monitoring we have application inside. Let's click it and here let's click 30 minutes. We can see failed request 1 and let's see server request. Let's click this one and we can see here our request. So let's go to API and let's navigate to SignalR. Okay, let's go to application inside. Now refresh it. Now we can see here our latest request. Let's execute login and let's click login, test and send. So we can see user not found message here. Go to Azure portal and here let's refresh it. Now we can see here API account login. So let's click it. We can see top 3 dependencies, SQL, and let's click this failed request. We can see here our recent failed request, API/login. Let's click it. So we can see here detail of our request, operation post and success false with response code 400. Okay, let's implement CI/CD in our Angular project. So let's open terminal by pressing Ctrl J. Let's go to client project and let's initialize git init and let's go to dev.azure.com and create new project. Project name set client. Let's create client project is created. So let's click reports and let's copy it. Let's go to client project, git add all. Let's paste it, enter, and let's open git ignore. Let's open git ignore file. Okay, all good. So let's add all and commit, initial commit. Okay, let's go back to Azure DevOps and let's copy it, paste here. Okay, now our application is pushed. Let's go to Azure DevOps and click report. You can see our project here. Let's set up pipelines. Let's click here pipelines and create pipeline. Let's select Azure repos git and chat client. Let's select Node.js with Angular. Let's remove this build and add output path. Let's keep output path build.artifact staging directory and let's pass a configuration production. Okay, let's add our script for publish artifact tags, publish build artifact, input path to publish. Let's give here path $build artifact staging directory and let's give artifact name client. Let's save. Let's click this drop down and save it. Save. Let's click this pipeline. We have chat client pipeline. Let's go to VS Code and pull our master branch. Now let's open Explorer. We can see here Azure pipeline. Now let's generate environment ng environments. Inside src, inside environment, let's duplicate development environment and rename this production. Let's click environment.ts and let's add here production false this URL. Let's say localhost 5000 and let's copy this to property. Go to production and paste here and go to development and paste it here. Let's close this too and let's open production. Let's give here production URL and make production true. Let's go to Azure portal and let's click chat app API. This is our base URL. Let's copy it and paste here. Let's add here https:// okay, and finally let's go to angular.json and let's close for now. Okay, let's add here production file replacement. Let's copy this object from here and paste it here. Let's make it production, save it. Now let's push our latest changes in our master branch. Git add, git commit, environment edit. Let's push in our master branch. Now it is pushed in our master branch. Let's go to Azure DevOps and click chat client and let's click repos. Just now we can see environment added here. So let's click pipeline. Now we can see chat client is running. Click it, click this and let's click this job. Let's click this job. Now we can see here error. Let's edit our pipeline. Go back and edit pipeline. We have forget to add here build command. Let's add build. Let's add this to command before installing Angular CLI. Before installing Angular CLI, let's add this to command npm cache clean and validate and save. Let's save. Let's go to pipeline. Now it's running. Let's click this one and let's click this job. Okay, our pipeline build success. So let's go to release and new pipeline Azure App Service deployment and let's give production. We can configure multi-stage deployment, but for this course I'm going to use single step for production. Let's close it and let's add artifact. Let's select chat client and add. Okay, let's enable continuous deployment. Enable, close it and let's click view stage tasks and select Azure subscription. Let's click manage. Let's create service connect Azure resource manager. Next, let's sign in. Next and send code and let's paste our code. Okay, let's select resource group chat course and service name chat course UI. Let's grant access permission to all pipeline and save. Let's go to new release pipeline and refresh it. let's select chat course UI and let's select this web app on window. Service name, we have two service in window, chat app API and UI. Let's select chat app UI, let's select chat app UI and save. Okay, now let's click this, let's click deploy Azure app service, and here let's select package folder. Let's click chat client and client. Let's select browser here and okay, save it. Okay, and now let's create release manually. Let's select production and select our latest artifact and create. Let's click this release one. Let's deploy it manually first time. Okay, deployment succeed. Let's go to Azure portal and chat app UI. Let's click default domain. Okay, our chat app deployed successfully. Let's log out and log in our application. Now we don't see any error here. Let's open console, inspect and console. Let's clear it and let's click login. Now we are requesting localhost 5000/API/account. So let's go to VS Code and use environment variable in our service. So go to chat service and here let's add here environment. Let's select this environment/environment and let's save it. Let's go to port service and add here base URL environment dot base URL. Let's add here base URL, save it, go to all service and let's close this one. Let's remove this one. Okay, let's save it. Let's go to video chat service and add here base URL from environment dot base URL, save it. Now let's push our latest changes. Let's push in master branch. Okay, first of all let's pull our master branch. Now again pull our master branch. Now it is success. Let's push again in master branch. Okay, let's go to Azure DevOps and click pipeline. Now you can see our chat client is queued and running, so it will success. Let's go to release and production in progress and is successful. Let's go to website and refresh it. Okay, let's log in our application. Let's log in. Our application is down, so let's go to Azure home and chat API. Let's restart our application. Let's log in again. Now we can see here error user not found. So our frontend and backend is deployed successfully. So let's hard refresh our application. Now we can see this resource. We can see here temporary unavailable error. So how to fix this? So for this we need to add web config in our client application. So let's go to client app. Let's open Explorer and inside src let's add web.config and add this code. Let's close it. We can see here system.web server rewrite rule. So this is IIS server configuration rule. So let's save it and go to angular.json. Let's add here another option, GitHub web.config and let's add another here, save it. Okay, let's push our application git add added web.config enter master. Okay, let's go to Azure DevOps pipeline. Now it is triggering. Just click this job. So job run successfully. Let's go back and go to releases. We can see release 3 production queued. Okay, it's deployed successfully. Let's go to application and hot reload. Ctrl Shift R. Now we can see our website is back. So let's log in application. We can see error user not found. Let's try to go to chat. Now direct to login. Let's hard refresh again. Now it worked. So we have successfully implemented CI/CD and deployed our frontend and backend application in Azure Cloud. Okay, let's fix our this PWA manifest.web manifest issue. So let's go to web config and add here static content, and let's add here. So let's remove this s from here and git add git post origin master. Now our recent build is success. So let's go to releases and production in progress. Okay, production is success. Let's reload our application. Okay, now we can see our PWA application. Let's install it. Install. Beautiful. This is our desktop application, and we can see our installed application here. You can see here chat app install. Let's open it. Okay, this is our chat application. Okay, now let's create account. Let's press register. Let's create register and let's create new account and username. Let's upload image. Let's select image and let's register. Now we can see here 500 internal server error. So let's go to Azure portal and let's open API app and restart our application. Let's click S. Okay, now our web app is restarted. Let's go to client. New user registered successfully. So let's close it and log in our application. Let's click login. Okay, login successfully. Now our application is working. Let's log out and log in.